Hello everyone, I'm High Treason. Welcome to part 45 of Let's Play The Long Drive. Oh, the boat moved forwards a bit. But yeah, this is... I said we wouldn't talk about anything gross last time, and all we did was barp and fart and talk about bodily functions, so... I guess we did. Our stomach don't start now. These look like they've doubled up. Hopefully there is gasoline, and hopefully it's not too far away. I don't want to be stuck here. At the rate we're going, I think we can cross 2500 by part 47. I'm still going to aim for part 48, but I think we could do it sooner if we really pushed, and I'm not going to just really push. I might do the, you know, I say we need a couple of shorter parts, so I might sort of push a bit, like not super hard, but push reasonably hard for the time being. There we go, that'll fill the car. Like, you know, until we're past for the 2500, and then when we're past there, then I will, you know, be a bit more sort of conservative on time. Let's get this thing filled up. We'll paint the car at some point as well, so I guess that's going to fucking do us. Like, you know, there's still a little bit of cleaning up to do on it anyway, as you can see. So maybe we'll find a diner, and if we find one, then we'll stop and we'll clean it and paint it and do all the fancy little fannying about things with it. Heh, fanny. Yeah, 10 litre to go. Look, this barrel here, we might need this on the way home. I put it in my car, but it's heavy, it'll make it bottom out, it'll bounce around, probably make us flip over or something, so yeah, best not tempt fate with the physics. So we're now on this car, the sound just continues to play. That thing is guzzling more fuel than that diesel VW, so I don't save now. I'm trying to get in my car. Something moved there. Something moved there as well. We moved. Did you say that was weird? Okay, let's head back to the road. Car's heavier now. It's actually a noticeable difference in acceleration. Road should be out this way. I'm not 100% on that. I can't actually remember. So I'm trusting my gut instinct. My gut instincts have never once let me down in my life. You know, not once. When I thought something's off, you know, and I don't want to go somewhere, I've not done it, and then something terrible's happened to people who did, you know, it's like, well, yeah, when I've not trusted someone, they've always turned out to be a shithead. Yeah, I might want to be slightly farther right. So everything's a bit too left-leaning at this point. The road might be a bit more over that way, but not too worried. I think we'll get back to it, it might just take us a while. So we started at 135k, so we've got to do, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To be honest, I think we'll see 200k on that odometer by the end of this part, unless we do find a diner, and that looks like one. That might actually be on the road. Looks like it is. Now, you can bash on me all you want, but you really can't fault my navigation sometimes. Yeah, I know, we're heading backwards, so the road must have turned. There's a Plymouth there. Slow cars. I want to be closer. We'll just drive right up to the back door. There's another car in that car hole there. It's another Plymouth. Fucking hell, that's a white stripe. That one's looks like a yellow stripe. I don't want it. We'll drive another one someday, I'm sure, but today isn't that day. Can we open the door, please? There we go. I don't need gasoline. We just need to clean the car up, that's all. Oh shit, it's the magic genie lamp. Genie. If you wanna take a pee, then come and do it with me. I'm not shitting in a bottle. The rest of it I didn't hear, like the shitting in a bottle bit. I was convinced for years those were the words. It was one of those songs that that prissy blonde girl used to play a lot. And I just used to be like, what? Like, there's a song about shitting in bottles. I'm not shitting in a bottle. Bloody hell, you really had to wank this sponge, don't you? Maybe I will. Just, no, it still has stuff left. There's that done. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, we were shining up our crappy 70s commie car. That need doing up? Think so. Thing is, you're generally safe, like, if there's nothing left on the, you know, there's no other stage to clean a part of the car, it would take surface off the sponge. So, you know, maybe if you're new at the game and you're not quite comfortable with that mechanic, try using sponges first. Like, if it looks like it's nearly clean, because it'll generally work when it's just 1 or 2 stages away. Okay, all we have left now really is shining the mirrors. And then maybe we'll paint it. There we go, that's very, very shiny. That's done that sponging. We'll just use the spray for the last of it. There you go. Sometimes it looks like it only takes 3 of these. It doesn't, it always takes 4, but I don't think those have another stage to go. Well, we'll find out. It did. That means the other one does. It's not super important. Problem with us only getting Plymouths is we're not going to have the right wheel trims. Yeah, I guess we can use these ones anyway. I could do with a better radiator, couldn't I? I'm not seeing one. I'm not going to look too hard. Oh, no, I tried to mirror's edge it. Yeah, we're not Faith Connors in this game. So we can't do shit like that. Faith Connors. Oh, we'll have that. We'll bring that magic... No, I think we have an empty basket. We'll bring the genie in a bottle. Shit. Oh, hold on. Hold on a minute, boys. We're doing alright here. Yeah, we'll probably take the wheel trims off the Plymouth, just so we have some. They'll still go on, they still work, so there's little reason not to do it. Oh god, I got stuck in Q mode then. I've seen people do that, and because everyone but me seems to not realise that key exists, they sort of get really sort of confused. There we go. So this should work on there. There's one. It's not a bad colour as it is, this car, but... Yeah, the only place you find them on the wheel sometimes, these, and otherwise the only way you find them is finding Plymouths, which are rare cars, so... Yeah, if we lose them, we ain't getting them back. Oh god, this one blows ass. Look at the state of that. There's usually more cleaning supplies in here. We need a brush. One of them steel ones. Maybe there's one under the sink. So I don't see any in here. We could go and steal off that other Plymouth. But why don't I have 3? I swear there's only 3. Oh no, there's another one there. Alright, we'll toss that over there and we'll figure that out in a second. This one we can get with the sponge. We're having a bit of a faff about part here, aren't we? I'm not really upset by that, just we haven't had one in a long time, so... But yeah, I need a steel brush to make that work. Oh, that's convenient. There we go then. Yes, I could probably do one more stage with it, you know. Like if I had a metal with that sort of oxide in real life, I would try and do. Is that the one I used? Oh shit, we got angry rabbits. Fuck you, rabbit. I'm not intimidated by you. Yeah, have a sponge. You need to get washed. You stink. And also, while we're here, that's what I think of you. We do these things and wonder why we have so many enemies. Should we paint the car now? I don't know. Fiddle with this while we figure it out. Oh well, that can go in the one with the genie lamp and then we have extra. I'm not shitting in a bottle. I don't know who came up with that song, but it's crap. I mean, I know it was Christina Aguilera who sang the song. You've got a lot of parts to paint on this car. It is quite a nice colour as it is, but you want the villain car, yeah, because painting your car, like, you know, black is totally what you want when you're in a desert, you know. I'm sure this is going to work out great for us. There's no Archon in this fucking vehicle. You know, why ever would you not want to paint the car, like, pitch black? Can't think. I can't imagine a single reason why this would ever be a bad thing. I really do need to have it implemented so we can just hold this key. There is a lot of control wanking involved in this game, isn't there? Right, now we have to paint that. It was not that far off this colour really, was it? There you go. These two doors. You can barely tell the difference in those lights. I'll tell you what, that is one sleek looking thing now though, isn't it? What we'll do, we'll go an extra 5 on each bit just to make sure. Oh shit, assume we've got enough. I don't think it needs it, to be honest. Yeah, I can't see a difference. Yeah. Oh well, whatever. Paint is... In theory, every resource would be infinite, just because, you know, if you drove off in the desert, like, you wouldn't realistically run out of it, because, in, you know, the world supposedly goes on forever. Right, let's go. We have 30 minutes to make good progress. I should have topped the radiator up. It should be fine. As I say, we're not in urgent need of one. This one's working, it's just that it loses a little bit of water over time. So who knows, maybe we'll run in somewhere and just refill it at some point, but I'm not too concerned. You watch that boat be right next to the road. Now a little escapade be needless. That radio tower, it was just an adventure, wasn't it, though, you know. We got to have fun. And I got to show off that I don't lose the road. Most people, you know, I've seen are a bit nervous about going in the desert. That door still looks green. Did I not paint that? I'm sure I painted that. I did. I don't know what that's about then. It does look slightly off colour, doesn't it? Who knows? It may be the reflection of the grass, you know. There is a reflection system. You can see it because the update rate's low. Like, look at it on the hood there. And it does draw a bit weird, like, more often than not. So you don't get that much performance back for disabling it. So it's, I guess it runs fairly efficiently. The lower update rate makes me think of the dynamic shadows in Duke Nukem Forever. And those are weird because there's like a version of it, I think it's like the 2003 version, of which there's a little bit of footage, and, you know, the dynamic shadows in that actually runs quite smooth. And you get to, I think it's the 2007 version, and they're lumpy like they are in the final version, the 2011 version, where they run at a lower frame rate than everything else. That's kind of weird. I'm not sure why that happened. Like in this game, I don't think it was ever any different, but in DNF it obviously was better at one time. The rest of the game probably wasn't, but my prediction's coming true, because there's like people sort of moving on now and being like, the 2002 version is going to be the new Holy Grail. And if we get that, then it'll be the 2003 version, because that's when they added such and such. When in reality, maybe the game just was never that good. Like, you know, had that 2001 version been finished and come out when it did, I probably would have enjoyed playing it once and then just gone back to Duke Nukem 3D. But I personally feel like it was going on the wrong path already. It doesn't really feel that much like Duke Nukem anymore. It doesn't really play like a Duke Nukem game so much now. It's too slow. The environments are not really the right sort of thing. There's elements of it left, and certainly more elements than there are in the final game, but the fact that that's where we arrived at, and the fact that, you know, they're not that common in that version, says they were already going that way. I don't think I'd ever really have been a huge fan of it. So it's a shame, it is. But at this point, I'm kind of glad, like, the 2011 version happened and basically, you know, killed any hope of future Duke Nukem games. Because can you imagine what they'd do to it now? Like, you know, if it came out now, like a Duke game, they'd ruin it. They'd fucking ruin it. In every way possible, they would just ruin the fucking thing. So, yeah, you know, some things are better off dead. There's that problem with everything you love. You have to let go of it eventually. You have to say goodbye to it. But, you know, I think that is better off just being left. And this comes from a big fan, you know. Duke Nukem 1, 2, 3D. They're like, you know, three of my favourite fucking games in the world. But I don't think we should get any more. I think that should be it now. Just don't make any more, because you'll fuck it up. Like, you'll never be able to do it again. Part of me thinks even if you did, like, maybe you should stay on the build engine forever, you know. Because I just don't know if you could really capture the feel of a Duke game on like a modern engine. I just don't know if you'd ever really get it to work that well. Yeah, we're going to drive pretty hard in this part. Like, I'm not really going to stop again, I don't think, until we're up on time. All our fannying about painting the car and everything has taken us a whole load of time up. Don't hit that rock. Hopefully that didn't lose us hubcaps. Like I say, these are hard to find. They do kind of suit the car though. They look like those cheap aftermarket ones. The Boys branded or Condor branded or something, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know if we can make it to 200k on that, but we should make it to our target. Unless we have a major radiator failure. That looks like a haunted house. I'm not going out to it. You know, some of the places we don't go, we're inevitably going to see on our way home, so, you know, it is what it is. Jeez, stomach. I'm starting to think it's getting worse again. I don't want to, but I might have to see about temporarily increasing this medication. I am on the lowest dose, so, you know, and my stomach problem's pretty severe. It's just because I have a history of bad reactions to things that kept the dose low. And I don't think I need a higher dose for long. I think it would be, you know, if it comes to that, I think it would be a case of do that a few weeks. and then I'd be able to sustain it on the lower dose. Is that the same one? Or are we just going to get a massive line of those again? I don't want it. If we see another one near the road, I'll go to it just to see if there's a radiator for us. And that's about it. That's going to be it. We have about 23 minutes or something left, so yeah, like I say, we're going to make our progress. What is it, like 185 or something we need to do? We'll get there. I just don't know if we'll quite make it to 200. You see the car's marginally slower because of the weight in the fuel tank. This road's good for us though, unless we hit a rock, because it is a flat biome. They're very flat, this desert type usually. And that is something I am A-okay with, you know, just to make up for that little bit of progress we lost when we were driving for a long way on no radiator. I don't know what distance we did. I'm sure we ran into 3 figures on no fucking radiator, so you know that was a bit grueling. We did it, but it wasn't the easiest thing in the world. And obviously history might repeat itself if that Hank Hill meter down there decides to start really going in the red. It shouldn't just suddenly come on, you know. We should start seeing bits of steam behind the car. I'm not seeing none right now, so we could just drive at an angle like this so I can monitor it. Should we drive through the night? I'd rather not. You know, like I say, you can't see shit, I can't see shit. There's a button to make night times go away. It doesn't, unless the car's overheating, it doesn't really affect things very much, so yeah, I'm not really set on it. I think it increases our chances of aliens a little bit, but that's about it. And even then we get them anyway, so I don't know. Temperature's going down, you notice. Well, if you look at the temperature gauge, it's slightly lower. The temperature of things does drop at night. Like, I'm not just making that up. Of course, once we've slept, the temperature will go down like the whole way. We could just drive through the night. I am tempted, but it's a very small penalty for sleeping the night, so no, I'm going to skip the nights, I'm afraid. It throws you forward when you hit the brakes like that, doesn't it? I don't think the stopping distance on this car would be permissible under UK law anymore, to be honest. I don't know, it's difficult to translate the speeds in my head. Can sure as hell figure the stopping distance out in metres though, because as we've said, every lamppost is exactly 100 metres apart. And so if we times that by 3, we'll have a ballpark figure of how many feet it takes us to stop. Slight overestimation, I think, but still, you know, ballpark will give us a rough idea. That's one of the other problems I have with metric, that there's just nothing. There's quite a gap between like a centimetre and a metre. Right, and that just seems to expand like exponentially. It's a bit weird. Well. Progress is still happening, and this is a pearl desert. These are really flat usually, these pearl deserts. And the thing is, like, surely you'd prefer we go fast in these desolate flat biomes, because there's not much to see in them. You know, they're not like the mountains where the terrain is actually pretty neat. I mean, this is neat for progress, but it's not neat for the visual factor. We're just driving on a flat road to horizon in these cases. If we're looking for something, it's kind of neat because it adds suspense as to whether we're going to find it, because buildings don't seem to show up too often here, but yeah, you know, it's they are just biomes to rip through, I feel. It's your best way to play these, is just tar on through them. Mountains, you have to slow down coming down them and stuff, because it's very hard to control the car sometimes going down a steep hill. Yeah, this is quite a carve here. I don't know where you can never quite get it so it just follows the road. It's always slightly over. Oh shit. Oh shit. I knew it was going to happen before it did. Luckily they're odd bastards, these cars. It probably didn't break anything. Yeah, we're not missing anything out there. Anything inside? Yeah, this car don't give a fuck. Jeez, I thought that was another car then. I was like, what? Oh, we can biff the back ends into the floor. Can hear it. There is a mod that does put traffic in, but to me that just totally ruins the vibe of this game. You know, the thought of having an endless number of pumpkin people driving about on the road is just... it's a bit odd to me. You know, it's not what this game's about. That would be a good place to top the radiator up, but looking at the temperature, I'm not concerned. We could be in trouble, you know, because if we go in the next part and there's just nowhere to stop for water for ages, then we'll be screwed, but I think we'll be fine. I'm taking a mild risk. It's not a big risk, it's a little bit of one. That shouldn't damage the car. Like I said, they would have shown that they're very tough, these cars, for some reason. Things don't break off them anywhere near as easy as they do on the other. I mean, look at that Plymouth. Every time we sneezed in it, it fucking bits fell off. Yeah, I've got off that car, to be honest. It's not as good as I thought it was. That's just bad tolerances, the gaps. That's your air conditioning system right there, look. Throws a nice steady stream of sand in the passenger's face to keep them awake as well. So I can just doze off. Dear me, that went the wrong way. And then you can keep an eye on the road for me, you know. And you'll be sat here and I'll be like, yeah, steer the car for me, and you'll be like, oh shit, yeah, we'll do that. Dad, why are you not driving? I still found it weird how you can steer from the passenger side. I don't know if it's intentional or not. I mean, you can't use the pedals, that certainly makes sense. But I mean, you can reach over in real life and grab the wheel, like, quite easily, so why shouldn't you be able to do that in a game? Getting the pedals, you could do it, but it wouldn't be so easy. Woo. Good God. Sexy alien fashion show continues. We will reach it eventually. I feel like we were quite close to hitting that. Yeah, this thing doesn't move. See, the pickup truck, just skidding that makes the hubcaps come off. Yet this car doesn't car. It's so weird. Well, I said that they're tough. For some reason, these cars are just really, really strong, I'm finding. I don't know why, I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it's just the way the shape interacts with the physics system, but I'm not going to complain about it. Fuck you, shitty little gas station. You stay there. Maybe there's gas in it, we'll use it on the way back home. Where are we? 177. We have About 13 minutes left before I have to stop. So yeah, 200k might be a bit of a stretch. Well, we're doing more than 2k a minute, so it is feasible that we could do this. But it'll be tight. It'll be really, really tight. Well, we'll give it our best shot. We'll try and do it. We'll try and try and try, and I freaking try, but yeah. No guarantees on this one. If we do get close, you know, if we're upwards of 195, I'll consider that a good win, a good showing. I mean, like I say, these 2100 cars, these things, they fucking eat the road. I don't know how they do it, because they're really not a fast car, you wouldn't think. I mean, if you count the gap between the posts, it's not that fucking quick, you know. Probably doing about 25-30 metres a second. It's not super duper fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just about 4 seconds. So yeah, you know, 25 metres a second. It's not super duper quick. It's not the slowest thing in the world either. Somebody's really quick with math, you might be able to figure out if that does line up with the speedometer. We're doing a pretty solid 160. So, you know, I don't know if that lines up. It sort of doesn't make sense in my head. But again, you know, it kind of does, because 16 is a multiple of 4. I'm not real sure on that, actually. I'd have to do the math on it. Well, we could figure it out, because how long would it take us to do 1,000 metres? We'd do a kilometre every 40 seconds. So that doesn't actually add up, because that should be under 30 seconds at least, because we're over 120 kilometres an hour. Which should be 2 kilometres a minute. We've lost part of the car somewhere. We lost another part of the car. Oh jeez, that was horrible. Did I hit a rock? Did I actually hit a rock somewhere? I can see bits of my car. Okay, we lost the radio. We didn't lose much else. We've lost doors on this side. We lost one door this side. We lost... Something ended up over here. That doesn't look like what I saw flying through the air. That looks bigger. What we saw flying through the air, I don't know if we can... Oh, not now. Wow, we lost all of our hubcaps on that side. We'll go back up the road. See if we can find them. This is not very good. Now this is where you want the third person mode. Now, everything should be forward of where the rock is. Yeah, of course, now we get rabbits. Oh shit, we're missing both mirrors. Fucking hell, really? How did that even happen? Like, I must have hit a rock, surely, so I expect to find a rock somewhere. Looks like we lost a headlight. Okay, there's our door. We didn't lose gauges or anything. The door is like the most important thing. Yeah, we're missing one wheel trim. Not missing any more headlights. We're missing a mirror. I don't know if we'll be able to find those, but... Now, because we're driving back up the road, this will cut into our... I bet that's what I hit right there. Yeah, I don't know if we're finding them. I'm not going to really spend time looking for them. There's just no point. Yeah, I'm not certain what happened there, I'm afraid. But we've got our door. The missing mirror is not world ending, so... You know, would I like to find it? Yeah, but do I want to put the time in to do that? No. Oh shit, that won't work, because... oh, it will. The problem is now I can't put this down. Oh, fuck it, we'll just drive with it in our hands. I've less than 10 minutes left, so... Go for it. I don't know if we can do it now. I think that might have slowed us down a bit too much. But yeah, we haven't lost very much. Let's say we're missing one mirror. And as I also said, the problem is you can't remove this stuff like when you have that. That's going to fuck our car up and take our hat off with that and stuff. But yeah, I can't put this bottle down as long as I'm sat in the car. Luckily I use the keyboards to do those kinds of things rather than the mouse, so I'm probably not going to accidentally blow my load like out of the bottle. 188, we might still make 195, just barely. But yeah, the speed, unless my math has massive holes in it, does not add up mathematically, it seems. So yeah, speedometer, not very accurate, I don't feel. I always thought as much. But my math could be wrong. You know, I'm trying to concentrate on driving the car. I might figure it out in my own time. Or I might just leave it for someone else to maybe do it for me. And you could just totally make it up and I'll still believe you. You know, tell me we're actually doing 1,000 kilometers an hour and we're playing F-Zero. That'd be quite a, like, yeah. F-Zero, it really should have come back. Nintendo missed a golden opportunity because, you know, everyone was doing the whole 60 Hz fad and the 120 Hz fad. F-Zero already did the 60 Hz thing in the 90s, and, you know, it would have been a good time to bring it back. When people were getting into that, like, a few years back, this high frame rate shit. I love how people talk about getting new monitors to get, like, X frame rate, and it's like, I'm sat here on a 120 Hz screen that is, like, you know, nearly 30 years old now. It's like I can do 2K resolution, what the fuck is wrong with you that this is a big deal? Like, screens are just garbage and they have been for years. They're too fucking big. The colour reproduction's too poor. The refresh rate on them's too shit. And just because that little circuit on them can respond at those speeds doesn't mean the liquid crystal will, and I've yet to see a liquid crystal screen that can really handle 60 properly when you actually, you know, push it. Always goes blurry and fucking jaggy and all sorts. Awful technology. We'll be brave, we'll go one more building. At least, maybe two more. We'll see how it goes. We have just floored the car the whole way through. Let's slow down because there might be a bus here or something. I don't want to crash. Yeah, there is. It's probably a running bus. No, it's not. It's a gutted bus. Right, we'll stop. We'll sleep the night and then we'll give it one last push. I do wonder what happened if aliens came while you were sleeping like this, but I sort of feel like maybe they can't. There's a few times where they've spawned immediately after I've woken up. I sort of wonder if they were right there, would we be able to go to sleep? Maybe we should try that. Next time one comes, we'll just hold the sleep key down. The thing is, if they came now, I wouldn't be able to do it because I can't actually sleep now. There's like a cooldown on that. It's a bit odd because I'm not... Well, no, you could abuse it, couldn't you, because of the temperature thing, so yeah, I guess it should have that. I was like, I can't see what you could abuse about the game, but then I stopped and thought, and I'm like, no, God, I'm sure a hubcap just fell off. I saw it for like one frame that there was something. It might have been a rock, like, in the distance. Was that my mirror in the back? I don't think so. There's some silver in the back. No, it's a paint tin. It's just a very shiny one. Polished its nozzle. I polish my nozzle regularly. Yeah, I think every crash and skid we've had today, it's all been my fault. Like, never once have I felt like it's the car's fault. You know, it's always been, I've steered too hard, I've overreacted, I've missed something, or it's loaded in a bit late. That does happen, and it'll get worse and worse. As I said before, as we get farther out, we'll start to see rocks just appear in the engine bay, you know. And sometimes you're really lucky when that happens, if they load too late. The collision seems to lag and you just pass right through them on some occasions. Like I say, it's not predictable, so other times you're just driving along and suddenly the car will come to a dead stop. You'll spill your Mackie D's ketchup all over the fucking gauges, and you know, you'll get out and find a rock has appeared inside the car. And, you know, the rock is a big guy and he can stop a car, apparently, so yeah, don't ever let the rock get in your car. I mean, he doesn't have his own car. Steve Austin ran that over with a monster truck, so, you know, he just has to hitchhike everywhere now. That yellow, that must be the bottle I'm holding reflecting on the hood. I better get building soon because I'm about out of time here. And now we're going uphill, which is going to slow us down. Hey, we made it to 200 though. You know, I might just stop in a second. If there's building or not, I might just stop. I might have to because I don't see a building. Call that rock a landmark. Yeah, we'll... that might be what we end up doing here, because I'm just not seeing nothing. Ain't nothing far. Right, well, I guess I'm going to dump you in the desert. Probably the first time I've ever done that. Because, like I say, there's just there's nothing here. It is a desert after all. And, yeah, the deserts tend to be quite empty, so... We're going to call... There's no bloody cactus out here, is there, either? Oh, there's some. So we'll call this our stopping point. We made it our extended target, so... You know, we've got to consider this a win. It's a win. We lost a mirror. No big deal. We can find another mirror. They're common. Let's save. Let's check the distance. I probably do have a little bit of time left, really, but... won't be much, at least seconds, you know. 4-2. Total distance is it's getting slower, isn't it? Let's write this on my wall while I work. 2440. Which is, we started at 2370, we'll say. 89 to 100 plus 40 is like what, 70k? We did about 70k, that's not bad going. We have only 60k to go to get to 2500, so might actually get there in part 46. Alright Treason, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, when we probably will get past 2500 unless we see some unforeseen disaster happen.